Hello, everybody. Good Jibo morning to you. Welcome to the CEPHALOPODCAst, starring me, Jibo, and all my friends. All right, guys, time to end the bit, right? Is it just me? Is it just me? Yeah, you guys were the ones that wanted to do the podcast again, guys. I could have been playing Monster Hunter. Gang's all here. um, good Jibo morning, mother flounders. It's your boy, the Jibo, joined by all of my best friends. Nobody. It's just me. It's just me. I don't understand. I was like, hey, everybody. We have a very tight window, very tight 2 hour window. Got to start exactly at 8. Please meet me in there at 7:50. Everybody's in the group text. Everybody's all like, yeah, all day long. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, hey, guys, 7:50 comes around. Nobody's here. Please come in so I don't have to do this podcast by myself. And nobody's there. And nobody's responding. So, how you doing, chat? Hope you didn't come for anybody other than your boy. I hope you didn't come for any of the other cast of characters. Just me. It's just Jeeb. This is the CEPHALOPODCAst where we talk about all of the undersea topics of the past 2 weeks. It happens every 2 weeks, bi-weekly. I'm by a lot of things, and weekly is one of them. Get it? Speaking of bi, the charity of this month is the Trevor Project, which is a great program for LGBT youth. Please donate heartily so that we can give all of our LGBT friends what they deserve, which is money and support and love. Am I right? Everybody else on the podcast? Yeah, I agree. Um, Speaking of which, if you'd like to do a call in at the end of the show, please make a donation of $5 or subscribe to the Patreon. There's a link below. All of it goes to charity. Right, gang? Yeah. Yes. I agree. All right, let's get started with the introduction. First up on the docket, time for me to talk about my week. I had a week. Not a lot of streaming this week. I had a lot of streaming last week, actually. What we ended up doing was we had a great collab with my friend Starpy. We also played some Monster Hunter, and me and Dame Moister, we watched Blade. Dame Moister is actually a character that's regularly on this podcast, but not today. Let you in? Let you okay? Oh, you know what? You know what? Screw those guys. If you make a donation right now, it's call-ins all show. You can call in right now. You can host the podcast with me. We'll talk about the undersea things of the week for the next 2 hours. Come on. give me $5. And by me, I mean the Trevor Project. Modcast. Now's your opportunity. Rise up, young boys, and make yourselves a legend. Imagine podcasting by yourself. What? Who? What is this? Ah! It's the robot from James Allen donated $5. He's the new host. Let him in. Oh, is that Gambit? Gambit, let him in. Welcome to the CEPHALOPODCAst. I'm joined with all my friends, Gambit the mod, and James Allen, the guy who donated $5 to be on the podcast. What do you have to say?
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Oh, that's loud. Let me turn it down.
Is it loud?
No, it's not your fault. It's my fault. Don't worry. I'm incompetent, not you.
Test.
Oh wow,
Okay.
great audio quality.
Yay.
Let me use this up real quick.
Hey. Look at all these guys waiting in the waiting room. Like they donated.
SMH4G abandoned.
Clinging to Mars, thank you for the donation. If you'd like to be a part of the podcast, please come on in.
He's right there in the waiting room. Drag him in.
Jibo, how was your week?
I'm having a week. Well, James Allen, regular guest of the podcast. I had some streams last week, and this week I had a big day at the World Whaling Federation. Yeah, it was busy. It was a busy couple of days, busy weekend. I had to go to Tampa for an entire 4 days. So
I think I saw you and some other fish swimming in Tampa.
I did swim with the fishes in the whaling. That's true.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Did you catch any whales?
No, it's illegal. It's actually
Is it illegal in Florida? I mean, in the Atlantic Ocean?
In the United States.
it's illegal to whale. So actually, what we do in the World Whaling Federation is we actually pretend to catch whales. It's actually a form of theater in the round, where we put on a performance in which we put on a mock display of combat with a whale, and in that performance, we catch the whale. But in reality, it's all scripted. So sometimes the whale wins, and sometimes I win. I happen to be undefeated in singles whaling competition, so I'm the best.
So that means
Go ahead.
that means you won, right?
That means I sunk the biggest whale. Yes. Speaking of whales, please donate money to the Trevor Project.
I was waiting.
I don't know what to do.
Let's get Trevor out the projects, everybody.
Let's get Trevor
Let's get Trevor out of the projects.
out of the projects.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much my week. James Allen, why don't you tell me about your week?
Oh yeah. So at some point, Jibo and I we played some Monster Hunter together. That was pretty fun.
We did. I got that entire set of Spider MILF armor.
I think a lot of us are waiting for that new update to come out later this month, so we can get Chameleon Twist in the mix.
Yes,
because that's the next monster. I had a.
Have you slowed down like I've slowed down a little bit since completing the game? Yeah, I felt the rush kind of went away a bit. It's still a great game, but
yeah, I just need new things to hunt because at this point, like I have the armor sets that I want. I'm not really having any true difficulty hunting anything specific.
have you done the arena? Because I started doing the arena yesterday.
I haven't. I did do one quest where you had to kill like the Tobikadachi, Tigrex, and Nargacuga all in like an arena, but you got to use your own stuff still.
Paige donated $5.
House and you'll donate $10 more.
Yes, you can get your friends in if you donate $10 more. That's how it works.
But yeah, so I did that. Not to promote myself, but I had a
Do you
stream the
need
other
one more?
day
You
that went
sounded
pretty
so
well.
sad, lol.
Hit my subscriber goal, so that was very good. So I can make some new emotes and stuff because the kids love the emotes.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. Well, you wanna plug your stuff?
I
Now
mean,
that-
sure, yeah.
Go ahead. Gambit, let everybody. Valerie just donated and Paige donated. So we're gonna have.
Let's get them in.
Yeah,
We're
get
gonna
them
have
in.
a party.
Yeah.
I just can't wait till it's like once the actual cast shows and we're all just booted. I'm waiting for that moment because it's gonna be funny. But yeah,
Oh, it'll be so based. I'm gonna drop you like a dirty shoe.
oh yeah.
Oh Lord, here we go.
But before it gets too insane,
Welcome to the
Go ahead.
CEPHALOPODCAST.
G'day, Paige. Can you do an Australian accent?
No, I won't even try.
You're playing the role of Shanglerfish, so I need you to do an Australian
That's
accent,
true.
please.
Okay, mate.
So that
Oh.
means I'm Manetti.
Yeah, you're a closet pervert.
Ooh.
Listen,
Closet.
Blade
Wait,
Runner,
who's
Blade
closet?
Runner, Blade Runner 2049 was terrible. Okay, I have bad movie opinions.
No, he
Again,
loves
Blade
Blade Runner.
Bring in a couple pounds.
How does everyone feel about LaMarcus Aldridge retiring from the NBA?
Sports.
Yeah. Someone has to do it on here, right? Like
No,
random sports
yeah.
topic that no one else talks about.
You be
Who's the sports guy regularly.
Damo.
Damo, yeah, he talks about the footy. He talks about
Yeah.
the footy all the time.
The most disappointing signing in San Antonio Spurs history was LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, he and probably for the Nets too,
Let's
because
bring
he
in
went to the
Jasperino
Nets
and
and then
Isafali in.
retired like within a month. So
Let him in, Gambit.
bring him on in.
He
It's-
was supposed to be like Tim Duncan's replacement.
Wait, who do I
someone to
let
build
in?
the franchise around.
Wait,
but
who?
It didn't work.
Jasperino and Evangelion.
I'll
Amazing.
let them. I mean, if they appear in the waiting room, yes, I'll let them in.
Yes.
And I also think
And
Dante
keep-
donated,
and-
but I'm
and-
not sure.
And keep Jasperino on probation.
All right, I'll keep Jasperino on probation.
Jasperino
Also,
is
Dante might have donated. If you
Did-
might have to check that out.
Did he? I didn't see. I got
And
Valerie.
too.
I got Valerie. Yeah, Valerie. Let Valerie in. Paige.
Gotta wake up.
What happened? Why
James
why-
Allen. Who left?
Are we just rotating?
We are rotating. Everybody's going to tell me about their weeks.
Oh,
Let me
right.
just finish up
Dante's.
with my. Go ahead. What?
What?
I'll finish my week here real quick, and then I'll rotate out so someone else can probably get in. Just
Here we go.
just want
Oh,
AK. I just want to plug my shit. Twitch.tv/TheJamesAllen. Feel free to follow. It's free to follow.
Do it. It's free. It's free to follow.
And then you can also donate to the Trevor Project because it's a good cause.
Yep. You
Y'all-
whales.
Y'all have fun in here. I'm gonna go on the watching side now. Love you all. Have a good week.
All right.
Oh, what a good
Later,
guy.
James.
What a good
Laters.
guy that James.
Good, James. Check him out on Twitch.
Paige, you're up. Tell me about your week.
This is difficult because I'm unemployed.
Ah.
I
Tell
got
it.
a lot of commissions I work on, I guess. Let's see. Well, how would Shanglerfish answer this?
Oh wait, right. Whoops.
Me dog, mate. Me dog.
Me
They
dog,
sent it to
mate.
his patrons.
Me dog, mate. Something about drinking. I don't know.
If you make your living off of commissions, why don't you plug your stuff? Because I use you for commissions all the time.
Oh, that's
All
right.
right.
I did a lot of the stream assets for this. Thanks.
Yes.
I was thinking about going on a break for a little bit soon because I'm pretty packed up right now. But if you want to get in touch with me about maybe doing something in the future, I'm on Discord. In the server, my name is Alien Dainty.
Ah, while you're at it, join the Discord. It's awful.
It
It's
is
the
very
worst.
awful.
If my name's Killian
It's-
Dainty, why am I Shanglerfish?
That's a good point. Do it in an Irish accent.
Also, do Twitch subs count?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, who's subbed to Twitch?
What is Twitch?
Yeah.
What is this Twitch? You
No,
speak of?
Twitch subs. I don't think Twitch subs do count because I don't think I have any subs on Twitch. Who's lying?
I've never even heard of this place. You hit
What
your
is-
head pretty hard there, Larry.
Yeah.
What do you mean by this, Larry?
What did he mean by this?
What you need is YouTube subs. You need the YouTube membership system.
Yeah, we're trying to get to that, but the
That's why
requirements to
we
get
have to
this-
podcast even if there's nobody here. We need to put out the content.
Yeah, we need the algorithm to actually say yes and let us do the membership.
We're
even though I
close.
can't.
We have the numbers. We just don't
Oh,
have
good.
the hours.
All right. Well, that's good news at
Mhm.
least.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I can't use school YouTube memberships because they're region locked for some reason.
What? But
I
aren't you
don't
from an American region?
Yeah, but it took us like 2 years just to get YouTube Premium.
Sad.
Yeah.
Sad. Fix that, Google.
Fix it.
For shame.
Also, okay. So yeah. Go on.
Who's talking? Paige Oyster.
I hope they come in soon and see this.
I don't even.
I hope they come in soon and see this, and they try and enter, and we just kick them out again.
I think Damo will actually be here at like 8:30, but everybody else just said go F myself.
Fish yourself?
Go fish yourself?
Go
revolution.
fish myself.
Moisture tries to show up. We just roll him back out.
Yeah. Who's up?
I think it's me.
Ah.
All from the sea.
Ah, he's back. You wanna hold on? Dante is a seaman.
Excuse me?
Yes, I am. No, seriously. I work on ships.
Yes, this is his job. What did you think I meant by this?
What did he mean by this?
Well, technically, I'm an officer, but yeah, I'm a man of the sea, and I just completed a 3-month hitch from the United States over to the Middle East and back.
Welcome back, and everybody in the chat says welcome back. Welcome back. I would ask you about your week, but I think I'm not going to get straight into the docket, but I have nobody more qualified to tell me about the Suez Canal that is on the docket. You wanna talk about the Suez Canal?
Well, yes. I've actually got a rundown of what happened. Everybody knows that the Suez got blocked by a big boat, right?
Yeah, big, thick Japanese boat.
That's where it gets a little. That's where it gets a little confusing. It's like she's owned by the Japanese, she's chartered by the Taiwanese, she's crewed up by Indians hired by a German company, and she is registered in Liberia.
Nani?
She's registered in Panama.
Wow.
So why is Egypt just suing Japan when it should be suing the United Nations?
It's because technically Japan is the owner of the ship. They're
Uh-huh.
the owner, so they're technically responsible. And the Japanese company is saying, no, Evergreen's the charterer, they have to pay for it.
Yeah,
Evergreen's turning around saying, no, you're the owner, you have to pay for it.
that's kind of trash.
Yeah, that's the world of shipping. And each shipping management company generally has something like usually, at least in the American flag fleet, you got one ship per corporation. They're all shells. So if one ship does something bad and they get sued, it doesn't take down the entire company with it. So, but apparently this Japanese company owns several ships, but they're pretty much all chartered to Evergreen.
So, am I going to be able to get toilet paper?
Yes, you're going to be able to get toilet paper because that ship was heading to Northern Europe. It was heading for Rotterdam.
Oh yeah, screw those guys. I hope they can't wipe their butts for years.
Well, it looks like they're going to because until they work out the payment, That ship got arrested by the Egyptians.
What?
Yeah, they're
Arrested. Thick
yeah,
crimes.
yeah.
Keep
It's
blocking the Suez Canal.
it's one hell of a blockage. They got to get X-Lax up in there.
Sea crimes.
It's as far as I know, it is still sitting in the Great Bitter Lake, and it can't leave. And they probably have armed guards on board at this point.
Can you tell us about the process of how they got it out?
Oh, they had to do a lot of digging. I'll put it that way. Most people they look at the Suez Canal, they see the waterway, and they think it's a rectangle, like straight down all the way, and it was just wedged in at the edges. It's not. The Suez Canal is more like closest thing is like a trapezoid. It's like
It's not like a U.
no, it's more like it's got two angled sides, and you got the deep thing at the bottom. The Suez is dredged out to a depth of about 20 meters in the center, and then it starts going up. And so for about how much of it was in there? There was maybe like 10 meters on the stern and 30 meters on the bow. She was touching bottom, so they had to dig out all that sand around her to get her free. They had to deballast her a bunch. So like if you saw pictures of her when she was finally free, it looked like she was like leaning over.
No, hold on, Dante. I, of course, am a seaman as well, so I know exactly what deboust means. But that's what I said. Deballasting means. So for the uninitiated like us, who have not experienced the sea, can you tell us what deballasting means?
Sorry, deballasting means ships have to have they have a delicate balance going on for the cargo up top, fuel and water carried as ballast to hold it upright so it doesn't flop over at sea or move around too much.
You don't want a floppy boat in your canal.
You don't want to flop. The canal's flat. You don't want a floppy boat out in the ocean because then it might go over all the way and not come back. So that's what they did. All ships have like big tanks at the bottom that they fill up with seawater that they move around and pump out as needed for the cargo up top to keep the balance game going. But that's heavy, so in order to help get her out, they pump those out because it's in the canal. It's not going anywhere.
So who's to blame? Who am I suing?
And here comes the fun part, because there's a bunch of stuff that went wrong in here. Like there's a recording of the ship's track as it was going up right before it ran aground, and it showed a couple things. For one, it showed that it was going about 3 knots, roughly 5 miles per hour faster than ships normally do in the canal.
Of course, or 1 kilometer, I think.
Believe it or not, the nautical mile is an SI unit, so that is legitimately a metric.
What? Why?
Because you gotta measure ship stuff at sea. Gotta measure ships.
Yeah, but why is the rest of the world actually right on this one when they're wrong about everything else?
Because the nautical mile is different from the statute mile.
Pirate laws.
Yeah, it's normally in the Suez Canal, and I could say this as somebody who has traveled the Suez Canal a bunch. You normally don't go any faster than 10 knots. That's the normal speed. However, and I found this out actually on the last time I went through, one of the Suez pilots, a local expert hired to take the ship through the canal and manage its place in the convoys, because they got to do they got to keep a schedule going. Like the canal isn't 2 ways the whole way. It's like there's 2 lanes for most of it, but about 20% of it there's only 1 lane. So they have to time.
So sometimes the canal goes both ways.
Oh yes, it just came about recently. She discovered this 5 years ago.
I see. That's good.
Yeah, but they have to time stuff properly. So when the convoy going north hits the convoy going south, where they're still in both lanes, so they don't run into either end. But so anyway, the pilot is managing the ship's speed. They're fine tuning it, but normally you don't go over 10 knots. However, they said that the ship's that have the biggest sides, that are catch the wind the most, are always put at the front of the convoy because if the weather gets bad and the wind picks up, they can just increase speed, go run for the lake in the middle of the canal, and drop anchor and wait for the weather to pass. And that's what the track was showing. It was moving 3.5 knots faster than it normally would be. So they were trying to outrun a sandstorm, which they said, "Hey, there's a sandstorm going."
A haboob, as they call it in Egypt.
And then I guess either the helmsman messed up, the person on the wheel, or there was a gust of wind, a really strong one, blowing like 40 knots, which is like 45 to 50 miles per hour, on a giant flat side. So that hits the side of the ship, it moves. And they overcorrected because they started bouncing off the sides. Like they would get close to one side, they'd tell the rudder to go the other way, they'd start heading to the other side, so on and so forth, about 4 times until she finally went over into the side and buried herself.
And that's when we were screwed.
That's when we were screwed.
And in that moment, that's when we knew we f***ed up.
Yes, that's a very big fuck-up moment.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, no, it's fine, because soon, this is also on the docket, soon Intel will make sure that nobody can swear on the internet ever again. But we'll get to that later.
Oh, yes. And here's the fun part. Evergreen, the company that chartered the ship, that doesn't own it, but they're the ones who they ordered it, they paid for the thing, they're just keeping it under another company to limit the liability. That ship, that class of ship, is known for having small rudders that don't respond quickly. So
hey, it's not the size of the rudder, okay?
No, it is very much the size of the rudder.
It's the motion of the ocean.
That's part of it.
Go on, sorry. I'm a child.
But yeah, they were noticeable for having a small rudder that doesn't respond quickly. So when the pilot's giving orders to try and correct for the ship bouncing around, the ship wasn't responding quickly. So by the time the ship started moving, it's already time to tell it to go the other way. And by the time he goes the other way, it has to go back. You see the problem. It just got worse and worse.
Yep.
And
at some point, it was beyond the point of no return.
It was. And Evergreen, the company, they did this a lot with their ships. They have a reputation for building ships with rudders too small. I found that out from a pilot in Charleston who mentioned that when he was taking Evergreen ships up the Cooper River, whenever there was any wind blowing at a particular turn, he'd have to call for tugs to help him through. So
this was bound to happen.
Eventually, yes. They set themselves up to fail. So perhaps the helmsman messed up. Perhaps the pilot messed up by giving the wrong helm order, or by sending the ship through the canal in a sandstorm in the first place.
But at the end of the day, it's the ship's fault for having the small rudders.
Yes, it is. So that's why the ship's probably going to be stuck in the canal for a decent amount of time while they all argue in court.
Yeah, I was going to say, this sounds like something that's just going to be caught up in red tape and they're just going to leave it there forever.
They might.
Great Evergreen custody battle.
Yes.
Who gets the boat in the divorce?
Who's the father?
Who's the mother?
Who's anyone?
Yeah, we're at sea. We're at sea. Everybody is girl.
We're in international waters.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being an expert on this situation. Actually, that was so informative that if anybody who is calling in wants to talk about something specifically on the docket, which you can see right next to my head, because you're an expert, and I won't research as to whether or not you're an expert, please feel free. I do know that Dante is actually an expert in this field, so this is good.
Yes, I have a license and everything.
Who have I not gotten to in the chat currently so that we can begin to rotate?
I think Valkyrie might be next.
Valkyrie's not in yet. Clinging, is there anything you want to talk about?
Oh, hey,
sorry.
sure. So I have an interesting aside. I've been trying to schedule a vacation this summer. Yes, actually, getting out of my local area, which I haven't done since, uh, a while, due to everything that's going on. So I scheduled a flight to San Francisco, in June. And
Where do you live, if you don't mind me asking?
Virginia.
I love Virginia. It's for lovers.
It is. It's lovely.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to get to San Francisco at I think originally it was 9:42 p.m. local time, and everything was set. It was round trip. I applied for Priceline's credit card. I got $100 off the price. It was lovely. Everything was lovely.
How is traveling right now with all of the stuff, the troubles?
That's a good question. I guess I'm about to find out. I mean, I will tell you that based on what happened to me, probably not great, because so I scheduled this flight, and 2 days later, Delta sends me an email saying, due to all this COVID stuff, sometimes we have flight schedule changes. So yeah, now instead of a 30-minute layover in Atlanta, you now are looking at a 3-hour layover in Atlanta and arriving at midnight local time.
I see that COVID snuck up on them.
Yeah. So
you got to spend more time in Atlanta.
And that was not when I agreed to the deal with Priceline. It was like they gave me like a range of where they would schedule the flight, and it was like the upper range was like 10 p.m. local time. So that's like 2 hours out beyond what they told me they were going to do. Yeah. So obviously I'm concerned. So the first thing I do is I contact Delta. I'm on a hold for an hour on the phone. I'm like, oh wait, they have like this chat system via iMessage, which is kind of crazy, like customer service via iMessage. So I get on there, and I'm like, hey, this is what's going on. They're like, okay, well, you need to talk to Priceline. I'm like, okay, well, that's reasonable. So I call up Priceline. Priceline says, we will not speak to you until 21 days before the flight due to overwhelming demand.
What?
Yes. I'm not kidding. They hang up on you. They hang up on you automatically. When their system determines how far out your thing is, and they tell you this, hey, due to overwhelming demand, do use our website self-service options.
But weren't you part of the overwhelming demand?
Yeah, obviously I need to talk to somebody because I want to try to, if it costs more money to reschedule to get a direct flight or whatever, I'll do that. I just don't want to. I don't want to force someone to go to San Francisco at midnight and pick me up. Like that's not a great place to be at midnight. Mm-hmm.
So I think what you're starting to see is why all of the whalers make loud complaints about the airplanes on Twitter, because if you try to go through the natural routes, nothing gets done.
Yeah. So that didn't work. So I was like, well, crap. So I tried their automated bot chat thing or whatever, and they were like, oh, well, you need to call flight services, which I had already done and gotten that message. So I made a stink on Twitter a little bit. I tried to be polite. I was just like, look, at Delta, changed my flight. I contacted them. They told me to contact Priceline. I can't contact Priceline. So I get into DMs with the Priceline people, and they're like, okay, what's going on? I'm like, here, what's going on? They're like, you need to call flight services. Like, I literally called flight services, and they hung up on me. They're like, oh, we understand, but you're best served by flight services. I'm like, I literally called flight services, and they hung up with me. And I detail my whole issue, and they're like, "Oh, we're really sorry you're experiencing that. You need to call flight services."
That's what we call the circle of doom, where they refer you to people who are referring you to the other person.
Yeah, so I give up on DMs. Keep in mind, I've worked IT customer service before. Like, I get it when your policy is like this, and that's what it is. But you're really making me never want to deal with Priceline again right now. So that's not good. So right now, what I am waiting on, I managed to, I used, how apps, the apps will have like a support thing for like the app itself.
Yes.
So I used that, which got me an email, which actually got me in touch with managed to get me in touch with their customer service team, which they do not provide an email on their website for email contacts. All they provide are a whole bunch of phone numbers.
Right.
So that's great. I would have tried to email them long before now, if I had done that. So the last thing that they told me, they were like, okay, can you give us all your information? So I sent them an email around lunchtime today, and look, here's everything that's going on. Here's what I've tried. I just want to talk to somebody about rescheduling my flight so I don't land at midnight San Francisco time.
Right.
Everything else is good with my round trip flight, and I don't want to cancel it.
So where are you now?
I'm waiting on a reply from that email that I sent.
So you're currently stuck in an airport in Atlanta?
No. This is all for a June flight.
Oh,
Sorry, I thought I made that clear at the
okay.
beginning.
Oh, okay. No,
I'm
I was confused. No.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
No.
not Tom Hanks yet.
No. I was gonna say.
This is all for a flight in June that I recently got everything settled with the people that I was going to go see and got the go ahead to schedule. And then 2 days later, after scheduling the flight for June, Delta changes everything on me, and all of a sudden it's like, well, now I gotta try to figure out this mess. So
Well,
that's what I've been dealing
I was
with.
going to congratulate you on your dedication to the show for talking and calling in and listening whilst in an airport in Atlanta. However, I take it all back.
Yeah, it's all back.
It's all back.
So yeah, that's a little it's a little bit stressful simply because I was really excited. It was the first time that I was gonna go on vacation since COVID and all that stuff and get out of the state of Virginia, and I was really happy. I'd never been to California before. I've been up and down the East Coast, but I've never been west before. So
I was just talking today about In-N-Out Burger being a West Coast burger chain, right? And people swear by In-N-Out Burger. Westerners, they swear by it. They're like, this is the best burger you can get, right? And I've been all over the world at this point.
Have you been in and out though?
I have been in and out. And more importantly, I've been to Whataburger, the actual best burger chain in the world. So, In and Out, okay. The fries, they have personality. I'll give them that. What are they called? Like vomit fries or something like that? Does anybody know?
I'm a Five Guys guy.
Ah, Five Guys. Not bad. Not
I'm
bad.
actually just one guy.
Five Guys is so good, man. I haven't had Five Guys since before COVID. There used to be a place near my work. It was a place near my work where I'd sometimes go. We sometimes go after work.
Well, I'm
The more shells you hear crunching under your feet when you walk into a place, the better it is.
yeah, like Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, but I don't think they do that in places anymore right now because of COVID concerns, I think.
Yeah, they probably shouldn't have food that was in people's mouths on the floor.
Yeah, not good.
Or
Before COVID, if I saw food that was in people's mouths on the floor, I'd probably leave. I don't know.
The times have changed. The times have changed. It's time to just start eating after people and kissing them on the mouth. That's what I say. Well, this cast of the podcast, do you have anything else you want to say or plug while you're here before we rotate?
No, other than thank you for having me on and letting me rant. This has been very frustrating. I've been letting my frustrations out in World of Warcraft. I'm actually quite enjoying the Shadowlands expansion. It's pretty good.
It's always amazing to me because as many of you know, I love the idea of an MMO. I love the idea of those. However, I lack the dedication to ever play it to its fullest. So anybody,
Final Fantasy stream.
that's what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
But anybody who's World of Warcraft is a lifetime dedication, I assume. How long have you been playing?
I've been playing since February.
Oh, so you're new.
February?
Yes, I'm new.
I take back what I said about your dedication again.
Hey! I've gotten a long way. I've gotten 3 characters to max levels.
In fact, I want to
I've been putting in the
gatekeep you.
hours.
I want to gatekeep you for not jumping in the frickin' as a troll in the old times. Go horde.
No, I'm Alliance all the way, baby.
That's all I know. Alliance and Horde. Well, thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
You've actually helped the podcast go by a little bit faster.
Excellent. Well, it looks like you've got a lot of people waiting.
Yeah. Keep donating to the Trevor Project if you would like to join me. And
It's the most successful night for donations.
yeah, right. Aside from
It's the last
karaoke,
karaoke stream.
which is coming back next week, baby. You heard it here first. Karaoke next week.
Yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
What you gonna do when karaoke night runs wild on you, brother?
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. Gambit, kick
Yes.
them all out.
Wait, I have a plug.
Oh, go ahead. Plug.
If y'all haven't played Star Sector, play it. It's what Star Citizen wishes it could be. It's done by one guy.
I like how you said it like you were getting kicked.
No.
I have
Alright.
opinions that need to be shed.
It's a
Let me
great
back
game.
in.
It's top-down to space RPG. You're plopped down in a sector of space. You have a ship. It's a wide open sandbox. You do whatever you want. You be a pirate. You go sign up with one of these other people. You can found your own colony. You can be a drug runner. You can do whatever you want. And it's modeled
Sounds
as heck.
sounds fun. Maybe I'll play.
I'll let you message me after the podcast. I'll give you one of my codes.
It sounds good. Good to hear you. Good to hear you back on land.
I'll catch you later next time we play Changeling.
Yeah.
Later,
Do
y'all.
you have anything else
Yeah,
to plug?
Nope. Bye.
Bye. Big Gambit.
All right. So
James Allen also wanted to be let back in, so we donated more money. Azaphelion wants to get in. And Valerie, who has not been in yet. And also Jasperino.
If you want, I can go quick because I'll be in and out. Because it's about out and food.
Oh, okay. Go off, King.
Let the chaos begin.
Your boy currently lives in Austin, Texas, where we have obviously Whataburger and In-N-Out.
Yes, the King's restaurant.
And I want to say they are both absolute trash.
Whoa!
As
Hot
a
take.
Texan, I'm going to beat the absolute fuck out of you.
That's the
right now.
problem. That's the problem. Texans have brainwashed themselves into thinking In-N-Out's good. Because I've had multiple friends visit here and they're like, this is it? This is all that you have for me?
That's how I felt. That's how I felt about In-N-Out. But I didn't feel that way about Whataburger.
In-N-Out is trash. Their fries are so dry. I live right next to one, actually. It smells like In-N-Out down the block constantly. I can't stand it.
Oh, you would know what they're called. Are they called throw up style fries? What are they called?
Animal style.
Animal style. That was it. I thought it was like vomit.
I've had In-N-Out twice, and I got food poisoning both times. I'd still rather have it than Whataburger.
Whoa!
And it might be that it might be the problem that all these Texans friends that I have tell me that it's so good, but I refuse to believe it.
I think you're just an Austin hipster, and you don't appreciate what your great state has to offer.
No. I've only lived here 4 years. I'm also from Virginia. I'm from the Richmond area originally.
Why is everybody from Virginia?
804.
Virginia isn't real, I thought.
Yeah, Virginia rules. But yeah, I moved here about 4 years ago. No, Virginia's pretty cool. Virginia's nice. It's got mountains and all sorts of cool stuff.
Okay, but who says that if you could go anywhere in America, they say, "Ooh, I want to go to Virginia"? Who the fuck says that?
There's not really anything there per se, but it's nice. Like it's a
They
very.
want to go anywhere in America for their like main place they want to go, besides maybe New York.
Okay, but
Okay, that is
West
true.
Virginia.
That's not the same state.
It's a different state. It's a different state, you stinky Canadian.
It's Virginia. Virginia and West Virginia aren't real. Why is West Virginia on the East Coast, first of all?
I'm so
What the
sorry.
hell?
West Virginia.
I'm so
well,
sorry for
hold
when
on.
I started.
I'm so sorry.
South Dakota's in the middle north. That doesn't make sense anyway. But my whole point is, those places are all trash. I think people overrate them. Yeah, I'd rather have a good fry, but although I'm so disappointed whenever I go to Whataburger. Everyone's like, "No, you got to try this. You got to try this." If I have to try something specific on the menu, that place is not good.
So, like my thing with Whataburger is whenever I go, and back when I was a filthy meat eater, I would always get breakfast. I always preferred the breakfast to everything else.
Yes.
And they have it all night long.
I mean, so does McDonald's.
Yeah, but McDonald's is everywhere. And
Hold on,
McDonald's doesn't have an Impossible Whopper.
Well, neither does Whataburger.
McDonald's isn't even real food. I don't know why we're comparing
It's
those.
not real food. It's just
Even
processed.
Burger King, for real, dead ass. Burger King is ass.
Burger King is.
Okay, but Burger King
It's-
has really good monster sticks.
It's the only place that can give me a full like I can just get a
Remember
whole
when
meal.
Burger King made fried chicken?
What?
Remember
No.
when Burger King killed kids?
What?
What?
Oh,
Are you gonna? Hold on, wait! Don't get me sued! Don't get me sued! Maritime laws.
Burger King mascot is kind of hot.
I am an independent ship. I do not follow the laws of any nation, so you can't sue me. That's how it works, right?
Did you just call the Burger King mascot?
Who did? Who?
As did you just call the Burger King mascot hot?
You're gonna look at me and tell me that he's not hot? Like, come on.
Okay. Look, I
He's
see
made
your
out of
point, but we
plastic.
don't say it. We don't say it. If-
He's royalty, dude. I want to marry into a royal family.
Exactly.
still
He would
like
treat
No,
you
you
guys-
don't.
he would treat
No, you don't.
Sits on is a throne of wine.
Jibo? No, I'd be fine. They wouldn't hate my. Never mind.
Oh yeah, you're right. I don't want to marry into a
Because
royal
I'm a
family.
Negro, huh?
Yeah.
Whoa!
He's hey, probation. You're on probation.
Why? This is racist.
You're on a thin ice. Everybody can see that I'm black.
With the mute. All right, I just want to get my food-based opinions out there. I
Can't
think
believe you, Azzy. Can't believe you do that.
Whataburger's overrated. Y'all can have the rest of the time. Love y'all. I might jump back in later if I have to donate again. See ya.
Thank you, James Allen.
What have you
Yes. Yes.
Do I serve her meat?
No, don't let it. Let's cycle out this group first.
Okay, let's cycle out. Okay, we'll cycle out.
Okay, so everybody who is here, do any of these podcast topics spark joy?
Okay, you know, we were talking about like the ship that got stuck in the canal, and while you were talking about it, I made a diagram, and I came up with the reason why like 2 Ford F-150s could have solved this entire problem. No, hear me out. Okay, you know, would you mind if I shared my screen? Because I did not make this diagram for nothing.
Technologically, we can't. It'll crash the stream. But tweet it at me and I'll retweet it.
Absolutely, will do. I need to finish the diagram then, because I did not prepare.
Okay.
All right, go do that.
Go finish the diagram.
Go finish the diagram.
We'll
I just
reconvene.
really need to actually, like, hide like a bunch of layers.
Is everyone still connected?
I'm still here.
Ah, okay.
Hey, Valerie's still here.
Valerie, this is now a VTuber. We're VTuber allies.
collab.
Yeah, this is a collab now.
A last minute collab.
This is a last second collab. How are you today?
I'm doing very good, but today I started looking into Canadian laws that don't make any sense,
Oh,
like how swearing is illegal here.
oh, so that's actually a brilliant segue to one of the topics on the thing about Intel that's not letting us swear anymore and has a racism slider. What's up with that?
Why is it a slider? I don't understand.
Because sometimes you just want a little racism. That's what I always thought.
I find it weird that like the N-word is like on up, but then like other slurs are on a slider.
Yeah.
That's
It's
odd, right?
It's like it's in a toggle.
We are only allowing
I'm proud to be the proud owner of the strongest slur that is automatically off.
Yes, it's real. Real Noella.
That just proved it that technologically the N-word is the strongest bad word.
No, Nico.
But yeah, it's a very weird thing to have sliders for.
So
I feel like
why is swearing illegal in Canada? Because I feel like every Canadian I know has the foulest of mouths when they're hunting
I know,
moose in the
right?
woods.
But apparently, if you swear at a cop, they can just arrest you on site.
Hey, that's not polite, eh?
Exactly. So
You're
read a
gonna have to
story
get in
and-
the back of my moose.
Yeah, so the Mounties will come and get ya. But apparently there was somebody like really upset about their court date or something, and he said the F word, like,
Don't
I'm
forget
so
to donate.
freaking mad.
This
And the
donation is
cop
to let
grabbed
Lawrence in
him.
the call-ins.
You cannot swear. Do you want to go to jail for swearing?
In a past life, we used to sell a T-shirt here on the stream called "Stop Hecking Swearing." So I agree with this. I think that this makes Canada one of the more civil nations, in that swearing is forbidden. And I hope that Pat is executed at the fullest extent of the law. Execute Pat.
Leave Pat alone.
I've gotten into the government, and I am the Senate of Canada.
Oh my god.
Execute Order 66.
But yeah, well, looking through all this like no swearing laws, I found that in like one state, or not state, we have provinces here, but it's illegal to ring on doorbells. So why do we have doorbells there?
Wait, it's just completely illegal.
Completely illegal. So the law says, whoa. So Statford has a noise and nuisance bylaw that makes it illegal to disturb the peace of other people by knocking on doors, ringing doorbells, or loitering in any public place.
What's the point?
I don't know. It also says in this law it's illegal to throw snowballs and stones and use bow and arrows.
Well, those
and
are fair.
catapults.
Those are fair points.
Those are fair, but I don't understand ringing doorbells because they have doorbells there.
So
is
could
everybody's
I
phones
try
mine illegal too?
if I lived in Canada, right?
Okay.
And I invited you to my home. I said, "Hey Valerie, we're gonna have a collab in real life, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And
And I walk up and knock on the door or ring the doorbell.
And I called the
Ding, ding,
cops.
ding. I go to jail.
You go to jail. They book you and they put you in the back of their moose because you have broken the law.
Yep.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
I would have to run so fast.
You are fast.
This law is only in Prince Edward Island, so I'd have to swim off the island and get back to like wherever Prince Edward Island.
That's what Escape from New York is based on.
Yeah, exactly. There, we solved the mystery.
Yeah, it's actually based on a Canadian novel.
But there was one more law that was more weird.
Give me your weirdest law.
In Ottawa, there is one street called Bank Street. And on this street, it is illegal on a Sunday to eat ice cream.
On a Sunday? Is it because of God?
No. So it's sort of a mystery why this law exists, but I did find somebody, and they said, the legend I heard was that some politician back in the late 1800s, early 1900s had a thing about going on weekly Sunday walks down Bank Street and kept getting little brats bumping into him and spilling their ice cream on him.
What
He's
a
a lawmaker.
That's like a scenario in a movie where when you walk into the big bad lawman and you spill your ice cream and he's like, "Hey kid, drop your ice cream."
Not illegal.
You're
like
going to jail for
that's
20
like
years.
that's like the Meister Burger from the Christmas movies because he slipped on a toy.
But yeah, I guess just because he didn't want kids ruining his clothes. So now if you eat ice cream on that street, somebody will yell, "Get the paddy wagon!"
That
and
fe-
just
that
take
fe-
all the people.
That feels like an abuse of power.
It really does, doesn't it?
I mean,
And it's
to
still
be
a
fair,
law, like
if I was a lawman, I would also eliminate all things that inconvenience me while I have the power.
even the funness of ice cream.
I would make it illegal for everyone but me.
Oh my god, that's evil.
Yes.
That's very evil.
I'm not a good octopus. I'm
The chat says you're a villain.
I'm villain. this is the beginning of my supervillain origin.
It is.
You're
Also,
a villain like the iceberg of Titanic.
What? Hold on.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The iceberg was the hero of that film.
The
No.
hero? What do you mean?
What do you
Jack
mean?
Jack was a stowaway and a lawbreaker. And he
What do you
got
mean
what
that
he got what he
He's so
deserved.
charming.
He got what he
He's so
deserved.
charming.
Also, may I finish the diagram?
Okay,
No.
let me hold on. Let me check it out on Twitter.
I'll drag Mayda's back. It's on general. I can repost it in senior chat. Give me a second.
Also, let Larry in. James Allen paid for Larry's sins.
Yeah, I'll drag him in. You got 2 minutes, Larry.
Hold on. Time out. Before I get to this diagram, I want to settle this Janny feud once and for all. Because this is the most heated feud in all of Janitor Entertainment, is between Gambit and Larry.
The battle of two ideals.
It's a battle of it.
At all.
Why can't you hear me?
I could see the green bubble pop, but I can't. Oh man.
Everyone can hear. You're embarrassing yourself, Larry. Gambit is gaining ground on you.
Oh, poor Larry.
Thank you for giving me a dub, Larry.
Larry, your balls are exposed on stream.
Can this be my podcast now?
Take a bump. Flap back.
Hey, big man.
Can I jump out and jump back in?
Yeah, give it a shot since you can't hear me. Let Jasperito in so he can speak.
So weird. I can't hear anything. All I hear is silence.
I'll let Jasperito know. There. You can speak.
Fucking time.
Okay, what?
Came in swinging.
You're on thin ice, pal.
You're on thin ice. Twitter.com will be hearing about this.
Well, what? No.
No.
Sir, I am an ally.
Why is it I can hear everyone but Jibo? This is
Put a gay black trans man on mute for like a whole 10 minutes. You are on Twitter right now.
You're on probation. You can't cancel me. Not again.
Wait, we're canceling Jibo?
Not again. Stop.
When was the first time?
The first time.
This isn't even the first time.
The first time wasn't my fault.
No.
The first time wasn't my fault, but I got all the blame. The first time set me on my path to be a clown in a mask.
Okay. Oh, hey, Dave Oyster.
Day Moister, how are you?
Ahoy, mateys.
The podcast begins.
The podcast officially begins.
Damo, nobody came, so I started doing call-ins, and
That's fantastic. It means we get to leave early. Woohoo!
Yeah, it's been chaos. It's been absolute chaos. But I gotta cycle through everybody who donated, and then we can get to the whatever's left. Does that sound good to you?
Sounds good. I'm going to sit here and silently judge all of them.
Good idea.
This is nice.
In honor of Day Moister, Jasperino, please make your question in the form of an Irish accent.
If you do that, and I will leave.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Make it Scottish.
I can't hear anyone, but I can't hear Jibo at all. This sucks.
Okay, I'm gonna raise your volume. I can't hear you. All right, you can speak.
Okay, Gambit, why don't you air your grievances with Larry? What is the unreconcilable difference between your ideals?
The unreconcilable difference is it's been running for weeks that this individual would just shill a coupon for 100 nuggets from McDonald's. Mind you. For
Are you
20 bucks.
repeating everything that Jibo's saying, or are you just saying something?
I am airing my grievance to you
Oh, okay.
about what has been happening between us and this rift of nuggets.
Dude, it's $20 for 100 McNuggets. You can't tell me that's not a good deal.
But you shouldn't eat them in one go. You shouldn't keep them either. You shouldn't refrigerate them. You should eat people.
Hold on. Ask the council. Ask the council because I'm not a filthy meat eater. I'm not a filthy meat eater, so I have to ask the council. Everybody who's here, where do you stand on eating? What is? Is somebody banging on pots and pans?
Well, I don't think it's
Larry
a good
is
deal.
a hero for helping feed the Discord.
Unless I did my math wrong. Wait,
Okay, do your math. How many cents per nugget?
I did my math wrong.
Okay, so it's a good deal.
Okay,
Wow.
so it's 2 cents per nugget. So yeah, that is a really good deal.
That's pretty good, especially.
Nuggets.
McDonald's makes pretty good nuggets, unless you get like a beak in it. But what are the chances? That like barely ever happens anymore.
Yeah, the beak's the best part.
Burger King nugget, it's not that great compared to McDonald's.
Yeah, Burger King nuggets suck. I'm gonna if that costs me a sponsorship with Burger King, then I'm willing to fall on my sword.
It's not that good. Come on.
Burger King nuggets are like they're not even nuggets. They're like chicken strips.
Yes,
it's plastic. It's
that is my point, Novella. It's not great if they were heated.
Yeah, if they're reheated, then they're sort of trash.
Actually, I'm a reheating elitist in that I don't reheat anything.
For $20.
Would you eat it cold?
I would never eat anything reheated. I don't use the microwave for anything.
Cold pizza.
Oh, that made me gag.
I don't know.
Cold pizza is trash.
It's not that bad.
It's better than reheated
awful.
pizza. It's better than reheated pizza.
No.
Okay, have you ever had Hawaiian pizza cold? It's not that bad.
Oh my god.
I mean, if people eat fruits cold, then pineapple pizza and Hawaiian pizza cold is not bad.
You know what's a fun activity?
Because it's bad by default. It's bad by default.
So are you saying
It really
cold
is.
fruit is
Pineapple
bad?
pizza is fucking gross.
No, it's not. What are you talking
It
about?
is.
You have the balance of ham, and then you have the sweetness of pineapple.
I'm laughing
It
in
just makes
pain.
a fun combination.
Larry, I
Pizza.
thought you were better than this. I thought you were better than this.
Better.
He's a Californian. Comes from a state that has to pay for straws.
Oh yeah, he is.
You have dessert pizza, which includes stuff like chocolate pizza with M&Ms, and that's
For more
good
opinions,
because it's
I'm
sweet.
dragging. You know what? I'll drag James Allen. This is my independent choice.
Whoa, you're out of control.
Wait, why is using one sauce with the 100 nuggets bad?
How could you use? Hold on. Did you just say you're gonna use one sauce for 100 nuggies?
You don't even need sauce for chicken nuggets.
That's not true. That's not these.
Wrong.
Those
That
aren't.
is
You don't need sauce for good chicken nuggets. This is McDonald's chicken nuggets. You need the sweet and sour sauce.
No, you
Sweet and
don't.
sour sauce is
No, you
gross.
get ketchup, and
okay,
that's it. If
let
you
me
want a
try-
sauce, but you don't use
Alright.
a sauce.
Honey
Hot
mustard.
take: all condiments are bad.
You're bad.
It means that the syrup is bad, and that's not true.
Oh. What? Lawrence is a
Maple
hero.
syrup is a good
I'm going to
condiment.
get called a racist for that one.
Larry is a hero for.
All right,
feeding
all right.
me.
Wait, hold on. We gotta cycle in some people.
We have 3 more people.
So, so maids, please explain your diagram because I'm looking at it right
Explain
now.
your diagram real quick, please.
Okay. So, I learned the poor bow server, whatever. Okay, I learned that all when like Seth Shadow jumped off the ship that one time. Anyways, so basically, what we so the boat's stuck in the canal. You know, it's wedged in there. So basically, we put down like these 2 things, like the one above, one below, and you run a chain around it, like make sure it's just secured to the ship, and then you get 2 Ford F-550s, and then you just attach them to each end of the chain. And if you drive long, if you drive hard enough, you eventually like you get it out of there. It's not that hard.
That's where you're wrong, mates. Because as any good seaman knows, the boat actually dug itself into the canal, so you have to dig. It's common knowledge if you knew anything about maritime laws. Yeah.
Making me look like an idiot on stream. Unsubscribe.
Well, you drew a circuit diagram is what you did, to be honest.
Up again.
But Jibo, what if we just don't pay our taxes?
Well, if we don't pay our taxes, what is the government going to do?
Seriously? No, I don't see the fault in that. Who are they going to pay to send after you? The IRS? Come on.
Base child.
We all stop paying
Can we
taxes. They can't like arrest all of us.
Yes, they can't. That's the point.
Who pays the IRS if there's no taxes?
Exactly.
There's a change there.
Look, if taxes doesn't exist, then it's just gonna break the system. In
Yeah,
theory.
that's the point. Break the system.
But it's not in a good way.
Just so we're all clear.
But then I won't have any toilet paper.
I don't know. I'm just recalling Mr. Robot.
See what the problem is.
Go watch
We
Mr.
provide
Robot.
for the government, and you just don't get toilet paper. Yeah, it's a win-win.
Get a bidet. Like, don't they?
Ooh, but
Just use dollar bills.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this it for the turn?
Okay, we
Because
got
3 more people.
Did everybody get what they wanted out? Did you?
I'm just gonna argue that I stay in here for a bit because I paid $20 so far today.
Yep, that's fair. You're in, pal.
You're in. Yay.
I was muted for half of my time here, so I get to stay.
Yeah, that's what I get for sending me anywhere.
I said Negro.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Can we drag in the more controversial people now?
Oh lord. Oh my. Oh, what have I done? No. Wait.
I don't know if Eden is controversial, but
Oh, have they donated?
they, I think Eden did, but I don't. But both of them have provided funds through a mean that we can't mention. So yes, they technically did pay.
Hear me out.
Okay.
We got a little bit of time to kill. Probably do them one at a time.
One
Yeah.
at a time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, who do I start with?
That's your call. That's your job, Gambit. You got this.
Why is Larry's corpse in here? He can't even hear me. Be gone.
Okay, so I'm gonna drag.
I hold on. Time out. Before you do, can we all just mention how much I love the energy of this show tonight? I feel like Howard Stern, but underwater.
It's just anarchy.
It started so sad too.
Yeah, it was so sad. You were giving me depression.
Day Moister, it was so sad. Nobody was here.
That's because you didn't give us a time.
I
And then
did.
suddenly you were like, "Hey, where is everybody?" And we're all like, "Well, we
That's not
all
true.
did real life things."
That's not true. All right. I said
You're the
everybody.
captain of the ship. You're terrible.
I said everybody. I said everybody be in here at 7:50. You said I can't be in there until 8:30.
45.
You said I can't be in there at 8:30. I said it's fine. I'll stall. And then everybody else never show. They knew that they had the podcast today. The friggin' Die Jellyfish knew that he had the podcast today. He loves the podcast. This is the only way he gets to hear himself talk every week. Now,
He talked
Meds,
about it earlier.
He actually does listen multiple times.
yeah, like half of the views of the Cephalopodcast are
By jellyfish.
Flippy. Flippy donated $50. Thank you.
Who did?
Flippy.
Who?
That's a new name.
Wait, who did?
Flippy. Flippy 2734.
Somebody owns the podcast.
Oh, Flippy. Yeah.
Flippy,
Fish off here.
Flippy? Who's Flippy? Join the Discord. It's terrible. It's down below.
Yeah, join the Discord. You beat James Allen, so you get to replace it.
Well, hold on now.
Hold on now.
Let me get my credit card back out.
Oh, here we go.
Are we just gonna have a bidding war?
Please no. I can't afford that. I'll be homeless.
In ownership of the podcast. Whoever donates the most during the podcast owns the non-fungible token for this podcast.
Oh my God.
No.
We need like an auctioneer.
No.
It'll become the James Project because wanted to get me out the projects next. Donate all my money.
Instead of NFT, it's MFT because it's many. I can't make this pun.
Yeah, good try, Gambit. I appreciate it.
He tried.
All right, so who we bringing in? Oh, Flippy. Flippy's in the waiting room. Flippy's in the waiting room.
Flippy's in the waiting
Okay.
room. Bring Flippy in.
Okay, Flippy comes in first. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really trying.
No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
you're doing great, honey.
You're doing
He
great.
didn't laugh.
Great, sweetie.
I feel bad.
We love you, Gambit, except for Lawrence.
It took me a minute.
Flippy? Flippy?
Hi, hello.
Hey,
Ahoy.
welcome to the Cephalopodcast. You're one of our. I haven't seen your name on the things before. How
This
are
is
you?
literally not as planned. This is last minute.
This is last minute. Yes. Hello, chat. I'm Flippy. Big money flip.
Big money flip. Big money flip. Big money flip.
Big money flip.
Big money. Hold on. Wait, I have a thing for this. Wait, I haven't done this in a while, but everybody's gonna love it.
Yeah, you're
all
gonna
right?
crash the stream.
I'm gonna crash the stream with no survivors. Hold on, where are you? Where's the one? Hold on.
He's gonna steer this ship off the flat Earth.
I'm gonna clog this Suez Canal.
That's not all you're clogging.
I feel like I'm starting to have a headache.
Giggity.
No. Oh, there he is.
Oh God.
Wait for it.
At work from home right now.
Oh,
I'm happy the
it's-
podcast is
it's
back.
Something else. It's a donation.
Combo Breaker donated $5.
I'm happy that the podcast is back. Not the way it normally is, though. Well,
This is not as it was intended.
Well, you kind
was
of have
Combo Breaker?
your 5 people. You got your fifth Shanglerfish here, and then you got Gambit, like always. So it's kind of like normal, right?
Same thing.
Yeah.
All right, good. Oh, here it comes. It's Big Money Flip. Welcome to the podcast. He donates $50 at once, which means I get more than when James Allen gives it, because James Allen breaks it up over the course of several donations. Big Money Flip, you've done more for the LGBT community than James Allen, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh God.
That's my song. What do any of the docket suggestions entice you, tickle your fancy?
The twerking for Satan thing.
Yes, I was wondering when somebody would be enticed by that. The forbidden fruit.
Okay.
Speaking of LGBT issues, Lil Nas X released a video. What? It's true. It's what? Don't what me? This is true. Lil Nas X released a video where he descended from heaven on a stripper pole into hell and gave Satan a lap dance. How does everybody feel about that?
Love
I
it.
think the
It is
song
a piece of art.
I think the song is based. I didn't like it that much at first, but I like it now.
As soon as people got mad, I liked it more.
I just liked it.
All I
with the
said
memes
was, "Hey." All I said was, "Hey, you do you."
Yeah. Yeah.
I for one, all for people wanting to do whatever the heck they want to do. But
Thank you for saying heck, by the way.
I laughed. I laughed at it.
I believe
I
that
didn't know how the whole
I believe
swearing thing goes. So.
No. You can swear because
We can't swear. He can't swear.
I don't swear because I'm a good Christian boy.
False.
Octopus.
Good Christian octopus. No, yeah, I think it worked exactly as planned. So everybody's talking about it. It's on Pornhub now, so good for him. James Allen, no!
Next
What's
topic.
up? Hey.
What did you just do?
James Allen is just taking control of the podcast.
What did you do?
Nothing. I call nothing. Don't worry, Flippy. Hey, Flippy, how was your week, by the way? Welcome to the podcast. How was your week? Flippy, don't worry about that. Flippy, how was your week? Hey.
It's been great. I'm enjoying this. My day just got better.
I didn't try.
Oh man. Oh god. Okay.
This is a hostile takeover.
Well, this has become a very profitable stream. So I might have to.
Very profitable stream. This should happen more often.
I might have to do this more often. I didn't know that you guys were all narcissists that would pay to hear yourselves.
Well, of course.
Well, I knew you were, Valerie, but that's different.
It's true.
Yeah, you're a wrestler. That means you're a psycho.
It's all I care about.
Yeah.
You mean aquatic adventurer, right?
No, Valerie. You see, hold on. How do I explain this to Boomer Damo? You know how I am an anime octopus?
Correct.
Valerie is an anime wrestler.
Oh wow.
So
does that mean you only wrestle anime?
Yep. Uh-huh.
it's a good question.
So you
ever get a paper cut?
Pretty hard. Hmm?
Do you ever get a paper cut?
A paper cut?
That would be
because we're all 2D, right?
That would be wrestling manga. You
It
boomer.
happens all the time.
What's a muscle?
Don't worry, I have boomer tendencies too. My chat makes fun of me all the time.
Yeah, no, but that's just natural for a Canadian woodswoman.
It's true. I know nothing. When we were talking about Whataburger, I was so lost. We don't have those over here.
No, you have Tim Hortons.
What? Do you
We got Timmy's and we have New York fries.
Puerto Rico.
Why do you have New York fries? That's our state.
I know. It makes no sense.
Wait.
We stole it, I guess.
Please tell me you have a Five Guys. Please tell me you got a Five.
We don't have Five Guys.
No.
Oh, you poor souls.
I don't think I've ever seen a
You
Five
poor
Guys
miserable
here.
souls.
Five Guys is getting a lot of
Miserable
advertisement
souls.
today.
This is K.
Oh no.
Daymoister, what's your restaurant fast food chain of choice?
Wendy's.
Oh, that's a good
Ooh,
one.
Good choice.
A Wendy's
We talked
chat.
about the nuggets earlier, and I actually should have put my my 10 cents in with the Wendy's nugs. Actually worked pretty well.
Yeah, I do like a Wendy's nug, mostly because I used to love a number 6 add cheese, no tomato. That's a spicy chicken sandwich. Probably the best thing on the menu at a Wendy's. I am.
Anything that gives you the option of the Dave's triple is all good by me.
The best thing on Wendy's is the poutine, actually.
What? Did you just say they have
Wendy's
poutine at Wendy's?
The best poutine is at Wendy's.
Shut up!
Wendy's and Costco.
Shut up! I don't want to believe you.
Oh my god.
This is definitely a Canadian thing, though.
Oh,
That is very Canadian, yeah.
that's the most Canadian thing I've heard all day.
If you have a restaurant and you don't have poutine here, then you might as well leave.
Wow.
Okay.
Somebody's very upset in the background.
Okay, so do I drag in one of the controversial people?
Yeah,
Like-
let's do it. I forgot we got sidetracked.
Yes, we got heavily sidetracked. I'm going to drag in the one in coldest ice that is not Jasperino.
No, Jasperino
hope he
had
be-
his time.
I hope he behaves well.
Okay. Get right. Keep your finger on the switch, done.
I will keep it. I will keep it. I got my trigger already.
All right.
You can speak, Baja.
Baha.
Baja.
Baja, like
Time is
Baja.
money.
He's muted himself again.
Oh,
Yeah, you did.
balls
I'll unmute
exposed
him.
on stream.
Okay, so Tim Hortons.
I've unmuted him.
Oh,
Baha.
Baja.
The Baha men. Anybody remember them? Who let the dogs out?
Who's the boomer now?
That's actually on the docket. If we get. Okay, Baha.
All right.
Okay. Mind yourself.
Okay, it's making me use push to talk for some reason.
That's okay.
Oh,
Just,
right.
that's good. That'll make you consider what you say. The floor is yours. What topic would you like to talk?
We are on the air, so be careful.
We are live.
We're live.
pal.
Because I wanted to talk about something that I wanted to submit, and that is the keynote discography of one Wesley Willis, who
What
was
is
a musician.
what does that mean?
He was a musician in Minneapolis in the 90s who made music with the default presets on his keyboard. He was a diagnosed schizophrenic, and he made music with the presets on his keyboard. Every song is formatted the exact same way, and he just writes about random stuff that happens to him in his life.
Oh, I actually think I've
that's
I think I've heard about him in some sort of like outsider musician documentary thing.
Yeah, because he got famous because like people in Minneapolis at these record stores started discovering his tapes and like, this is hilarious, we got to sell this. So they made an anthology disc of it, and that's where.
Oh, they're making fun of him, or were they like, was it actually interesting?
Yeah, they wanted to get him out there.
Oh.
They thought that it was an interesting sort of thing. But if you listen to the songs, every song is formatted the exact same way, and he has this very deadpan way of singing. Like he'll say like, "I was doing this thing. They didn't like it too much. I told my priest to suck a dick." Like he just talks about like all this crazy stuff that happens in his life, like mostly just due to his schizophrenia.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll have to check that out, and then maybe next podcast I'll talk about it.
So what do you guys want to talk about? Because I don't know if this is a bit, and we're still gonna get an.
This is not a bit.
This is not a bit. Everybody abandoned me.
Not a bit.
This is the podcast.
Very real.
This has been happening for the past 2 hours.
This would be a high commitment to the bit. Swordfish is gonna come in at the last second, knowing that I have to be off air at 9:50.
Look, Manny did an entire stream on your channel on New Year's Eve where he said,
that
where
stream.
he walked around his house and was like doing random stuff, and we all thought he was gonna kill himself. And then he said, "Oh, I watched Marriage Story. I thought this would be funny."
Yeah, that was actually a keynote stream. Damo, did you hear about that?
Did you see this? Did you hear about this?
You seen this? You heard about this? So on New Year's Eve, Mansoor did a bit where he just like walked around his house with the stream on his phone, right? And he pretended that his wife left him, and he wanted to like flex his acting muscles, so he actually gave this riveting performance of a man breaking down over the course of like a couple hours as the turn of the century happened.
He depressedly played with his dog and like was talking to people.
It was unironically the best thing Mansoor's ever done.
And I think we lost the VOD of it when
I think it's in the archive. Oh, it's not in the archive? Well, yeah, we kind of lost something.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Coach,
Put
coach,
in
just
coach in, coach.
put coach in, coach.
Put in coach.
Put in coach.
Coach, get in. Coach.
Baha, you're free. I'm proud of you. If you're in the Blunderdome, you're out for good behavior.
Can I still? Can I ask Damo something about wrestling?
No.
Or is that not allowed?
Not
No,
allowed.
Aquatic Adventure Podcast only. Goodbye.
You should have known better. He knows good and well.
All right, since I'm gonna also drag in James Allen because he donated 30, and should I just drag in Nico as well?
Yeah, get Nico in here. We'll keep your finger on the switch.
Hello?
I literally have Nico here, ready to kick
there I am.
immediately.
Nico,
Feelings are hurt.
you're live,
I'm
pal.
doing now. Alright, I cannot hear anyone right now for some reason.
Oh, cringe. Exposed.
Got the Larry disease.
He got the Larry disease, yeah.
He's infected the server.
He's got water in his ears because this is an Aquatic Adventure Podcast.
Yep, you're not part of the World Whaling Federation.
Yeah, I'm a robot.
While Nico's fixing stuff, I'm going to ask a question for everyone here, if that's okay.
I was going to call us the UWE, the Underwater Enthusiasts.
Oh, I like it.
Ooh.
You.
So I have a question for everybody, just because we
Yes.
have a whole bunch of people here. And this is not necessarily, your job, based on your job or career or anything, for any of you. What is something that you want to accomplish that you haven't yet?
Wow. That's
I'll go ahead and do my example first. To
Go
kinda
ahead.
Help out.
Go ahead.
Right. I'm
Pee in the
30.
waters to warm us up.
I'm getting up there on boomer life, not completely up there, but 30, kind of older than a lot of people who are listening.
Yeah, it's sad.
Personally, I'd like to be a father one day. That's kind of my biggest goal in life. I'd like to be a father. I think
it's
it'd be a good
cringe. It's cringe.
I mean, I know it is. I know, but
No, not the aspiration. Being a father is just...
Yeah. I know. Being a dad is cringe.
Yeah.
But I'm curious. I'm curious, like something like it doesn't have to be anything major. Even a small goal is good to set. But I'm curious, what's something that you all would like to accomplish at some point in your life that you haven't done yet?
Yeah, it's a good question. The floor is open.
Be a no.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to like listen to the stream and have
Nico
to hear
just-
myself because
Nico
I
just-
cannot
God damn it, Nico.
Nico!
He's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Ruining moments. Ruining moments.
Ruining the moment.
moment.
Damn it, Nico.
Flippy, you felt like you were about to go.
Yeah, I was gonna say pro wrestler, but then I realized that's not gonna happen because I'm in college.
I mean, it could still happen.
That's really modern. Like, it's
In the
only
lines
been
of-
like 40.
You got time.
You just gotta believe.
Yeah.
Started at 19.
I was gonna say
I started significantly
Computer
later than
science.
Damo. Yeah. Oh, computer science. That's
okay.
that's-
Computer science. I'm
I
in
was
the
gonna
same
say
Is that-
a program in AI mixing it with music? Never been done before, but I'm gonna try. It has been done
Nice.
before, but I will improve it.
What
That
do
is
you
actually very interesting.
what do you
as an
mean
idea.
what do you mean by that? What does that mean exactly?
What do you exactly
Okay.
mean?
What I mean is programming an AI format that'll be able to somehow either read the crowd of what music that should be played, like a recommendation list on YouTube, or come up with a way to bypass any copyright laws or strikes for different producers.
You want to kill DJs.
So you want to like make like a framework that kind
Pretty
of
sure that was a Green Day song.
both helps the crowd as it feels like, adapt to the crowd, and also
yes,
as a medium, because something like that already exists, and that's because Michael Reeves conceived it. I don't know if it's still ongoing.
Gambit, the dream killer.
No, but I mean, like, in the sense that, like, it's a good idea. Like, you should actually go through this.
Yeah, Flippy wants to improve upon it, make it his own, put his own spin on it.
Exactly.
Hell
Get
yeah.
his phone spin on it. Like, make it, like, yeah, exactly.
Love
Make
it.
it stronger.
Work it.
Unkillable.
Make it. Do it.
Do it.
Makes us.
Better.
Okay, how about the rest of you though? Before we just get DMT.
Well, I'll take the stage, and mostly in addition to college, since I'm going back to college in August,
Congrats.
is at least try to get my degree on time. Because I was discouraged heavily and I was burnt out because I was 6 years in like college, so straight. So I decided to take a break this year.
No, I think that's okay. So I don't know. Have I ever made my my college thoughts known?
Not really. I don't think so.
Okay, so yeah, here's my hot take on college. All right.
Yes, it is right.
So obviously you gotta play the game. Am I right? Like to get
It's
most
all about the
jobs.
game and how you play it.
Yeah, it's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about control and how you take it. So I understand the need for a college degree. That makes sense to me. You need that paper, boo boo, right? But I've found that in my experience that college is sold more as like a experience, as in somebody's real loud. Is that Nico?
I think so.
Get rid of Nico.
Sound like some wind resistance.
Get yourself together, Nico. So I believe that especially in America, we sell kids in high school on the college experience as like something where you're supposed to find yourself and pay a bunch of money to find yourself. That's dumb. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It doesn't make sense. You don't need to pay $1 bajillion and put yourself in debt to figure out who you are and what you want to be. So, in my own personal opinion, and granted, I didn't do this, but I think that it's much more important to figure yourself out before you go to college, because I know so many people who went to school and got a degree in something that they're never going to do again and were not fully interested in, or they went for something and then they found they were more interested in something else and they ended up working in another field. I feel like if you take that year or whatever that you're doing Gambit, I think that's the right idea, to figure out what you want to do so that you can come back, study, learn, and then get that paper so that you can do whatever you actually want to do as like an adult, because nobody's an adult until they're like 25, like straight up.
Especially if you're living in a country where you don't have free education.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
yeah, it's a private institution.
Yeah. Anyone else want to share? Day Moister, you got any life goals out there?
It's interesting, just the concept. I hit my goals. Actually, I hit all of my goals in the last couple of years.
Brag about it.
No, it's more.
No, for real, brag about it. I want to hear.
Base demo.
Goals. So
base
I'm
demo
very
can
different,
die now.
Very different than a lot of people. I set small, manageable goals, and continually, as I do what I wanted to set out to do, then I set a new goal, new goal, new goal, new goal. Because when I was very young, like so obviously a big dreamer like everybody else, you have these incredible ideas, but then it's very difficult to go from A to Z. Like the journey is different for every single person. And growing up where I grew up, and the journey I've had to take, it took me a lot longer to get to where I wanted to be. And there's a lot of diversions on that path because real life comes first, and you have to do so much, and you have to learn so much. So I set a set of goals that I didn't expect to complete. I didn't expect to be I'm 5 years in America, I think it is, and I didn't expect to have completed all my goals after 3.5 years. So so it's now about trying to create new goals and new ideals, and that is the journey of the rest of my life is now trying to figure out what I want to do next. And it's there's times where I know very clearly what I want to do next, and there's times where I'm like, I'm just gonna sit back and chill and just do whatever. So I have a couple of minor goals which are my next. Which I'll try and do over the next few years, and then I guess that's as for the large ones, the ones that you initially sit down and decide, I want to do this with my life, I want to do that with my life, blah blah blah. So much of that has changed, like in what I wanted as well. So so that's why I find like having small goals and making them happen has worked out a lot better for me, and I'm a very content person, and that I'm very lucky in that regard that it's helped my life. So for anybody who ever needs advice with things like that, I always try and say, choose a small goal, make it happen, and I will can't
Yeah.
believe how much better it'll make you feel. Whereas you set a really incredibly high target that you might get to, but you're relying on so many external factors to get there. Then you might judge yourself based on
Get your
how
feelings
how
hurt.
that goes. No, but you might regret not doing this or not doing that. But
Yeah.
by all means, have a lofty goal. That's incredible. Like if I had said to myself at 14 years old that this is the life I was going to live, I'd I'd have laughed. You know what I mean? To be honest, because when I was 14, like you. I say when I was 14 because when I was 14, that's when I knew I wanted to be a wrestler and blah blah blah. But if I
A
could go
whaler.
back and tell a whaler, yes.
Yeah.
If I could tell myself that I was going to be an underwater enthusiast at 14 years old, then I would, I'd be like, wow, okay, so that's awesome. That's exactly what I wanted. But then as you get older, you make decisions, you meet people, you have life experiences, you start adding little things here, little things there, and then ideas that I had when I was 14, 15, 16, 17, I no longer want to do. So, so it's been a really weird it's been the joys of being 36 and being able to say, hey, you can set goals and you'll be happy if you reach them. But the biggest advice I ever said was choose small goals, reach them, and then continually keep looking at your list. And I swear you'll live a very satisfying life. That's probably the best advice I can ever give. And any other underwater enthusiasts who are out there, I would always say the exact same thing. Don't expect it all to happen right away.
Hey, good for you.
That's
Good
good.
for you.
Good for you.
Try not to brag is one, and I'm like, because I don't feel like it's like a braggadocious thing, but
No,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
you are a livid man.
You
Yep.
worked hard for it too, so
Yeah.
you definitely earned it. So
Yeah. Unlike some people, like men swordfish.
I mean, not bad for a guy. Not bad for a guy who hasn't gone swimming in like 10 years or whatever it is.
Yeah.
just jumped into the ocean,
Yeah, it's kind of going off of Dave Moister's point about kind of like setting small goals for yourself and trying to reach those. It sounds dumb, but I also, and maybe we're just getting to that age, Dave Moister. Maybe I'm also the boomer.
You have 3 kids now. You have people who like literally rely on you.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything you say now comes with like massive experience.
Yeah, well, it's almost like all of the things that I wanted to do when I was a kid, I have accomplished, which
wanted to get free anime, check.
Yeah, free anime. I wanted to play football, and I wanted
that's
to
not
become a
true.
pro. No,
It's not true. You didn't want to become a footballer.
I
you just
wanted
screwed
to
up.
make a bunch of money playing football. And I wanted to become a professional whaler, and I did that. And like it's kind of like you said. And actually, honestly, this past year, I've actually had like some trouble kind of dealing with that fact that in a way I had kind of accomplished the goals that I had set out as a youth, if that makes sense.
Now your
So
goal is to find more goals.
yeah, well, yeah, not just that. It's just to figure out like, okay, here's what it is. It's like I got those goals, right? And I like these are the things that's like I always wanted to do, and I did it, right? And when I did it, especially like this year where I really feel like I'm doing it,
Yeah.
it didn't make me happy. And no, but it's cool because it's like it's a good realization to realize that it's not necessarily the goals that you set and accomplishing them that is going to bring you the happiness that you seek.
No,
Like,
that's
It's
true.
all
Like,
about the journey, man.
Yeah,
a lot of people think, and in the whaling industry, do believe that, that getting there or getting to one part of it is the key to happiness, and it's not. It really isn't. As I said, like I'm incredibly satisfied. I've been able to pay off my parents' debts and things like that, which are things that I never thought I'd be able to do. When I was a kid, and it's things like that like I know that if all else fails, I've done a really positive thing for the people who brought me to this world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's little things like that um that gave me more happiness than performing in front of thousands of fish.
Thousands of
and,
fish around the world.
Like that meant more, and it was something that like I was, and I knew how much it meant to them. And that is something that like I never, that was like not something when I was 14 years old I dreamed of.
Yeah.
But it was a little goal that I gave myself a few years ago, and I was delighted I was able to do it. And it's something like that has done more than I was able to help my sister last year. So little things like that have made huge differences in my entire family's life, and that for me is probably the most positive thing.
That's the stuff
that's
that
came
really
out of this.
matters,
So,
right? Yeah.
and
And to
the
that
millions and millions of fishes, yes.
and to that point, kind of in that journey and trying to figure all that out, I've actually like when I wasn't able to do this in any capacity, like stream, I suddenly realized how important this was to me and how much I enjoyed doing it and how much it like made my week better and improved my literally improved my mood.
You were getting mad. You were getting quite mad quite easily.
Yeah, exactly. You could tell because you're in the hen chat.
Yeah, you're even more relaxed than I am. That's
Yeah.
oh my god.
And
What's
now
wrong
that
with
now that I can do this and like this is what I like. I like to entertain on this level. I like to raise money for charity. Like I like this. So I'm very satisfied in what we're doing now and doing stuff like this and getting to hang out with you guys and all that. That's all very cool to me. So I'm happy that thank you guys. Thank you guys for allowing me to do that. And I'm making it. I'm making
The
it.
stream was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Literally.
No, so that about the journey that I've been on, especially like the people who I've met throughout this. I mean, I met my wife and everything else. So like, and then all my friends and things like, you don't know how much somebody's going to impact your life, and it's one of those crazy things throughout this entire journey. The people who I talk to every day, the people who I talk to, or spend time with and things like that. You don't necessarily set out to meet whatever, and then you realize that like you have met them, you have met people who are going to be really important to your life, to your world, and especially as I said, I met Nikki 13 years ago,
Wow.
and it's we've obviously had to grow as whalers together, and as underwater enthusiasts as well, as part of all of this and part of the interpersonal relationships, and it's been for the betterment of both of us, and that's the crazy part is like we can neither of us set out to find our significant other in this, you know what I mean? So that was a brilliant added bonus, you know what I mean? So that's things like that have also helped in the journey, and that's the thing. Like,
what do you love your wife? Cringe.
I know, super cringe. I actually like my significant other. Even if she does watch some terrible television at nighttime. Recently, it's been what's that, Dateline? Oh my god.
Oh no.
I don't know what it is about females in Dateline. It just
with Chris Hansen. Why don't you take a seat right over here?
Why don't you take a seat right over here?
Take a seat right over here.
Chris Hansen hasn't been on Dateline forever.
Well,
we got Dateline fan, do we? Yeah.
Would you look at that? We started in chaos and we're ending on a happy note.
Harmony.
I'm sorry, my question took all the time.
No, that's good. That's good. This is exactly what I wanted. That was good.
Good question.
Something I want to add on to that last discussion.
Okay, go ahead. We've got two. We've got exactly 2 minutes left.
I have
Finger
a
on the
life lesson
switch.
to teach about knowing or not changing your goalposts.
Okay.
Because about 2 months ago, I turned $100 into 1 Bitcoin, which is worth like $63,000 right now.
Wow.
Good for
and
you.
besides, I did give about $5,000 to a friend to pay off their credit card debt. But besides
Great.
that, I lost the rest of it.
Oh no.
And that's
a sad
where
ending to the story.
you need to know
Oh.
enough is enough.
Oh no.
Diamond Hands, the curse.
You rode the stonks.
No, it
And
wasn't
it ends
stonks.
in
It was
tragedy.
Yeah.
Learn to leave the table while you're ahead.
Yeah, you got to know when to hold them.
Know when to hold them.
Know when to fold them. Know when to walk away. Wow, Mama, that's the end of the stream, everybody. G bye bye. G bye bye, everyone.